So these have been destroyed for some time.
Give me knowledge. I guess nature's fine again. Yeah, these have been undisturbed uh, for a long time.
Which would make sense with all the ash on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, after about 3 minutes, 4 minutes of just like zooming down the tunnel.
Oh,
Um,
you get this far in, doesn't take that long with your speed at this point. Like I said,
right.
you reach a central area that widens out where you see all these structures, and then there's a secondary cave structure that looks like it goes further in.
So about how long has it been? Just a couple, just like
Probably 2-3 minutes.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and go back,
Okay.
and I'll go at double speed back. Or no, I'll do a full run action back.
Now you're kicking up dust.
I'm gonna leave this cave with a
Sonic
blowback.
boom.
Mm-hmm. But I'll be invisible.
It's like the Dragon Ball Z when they're flying over water, but with dust. So you guys, you effectively see Zeta come back. With the, it looks like this place is caught. It's the cave does what you would expect someone to do taking the cinnamon challenge.
I have a video of that on YouTube.
Yeah, there's just a plot of ash.
Zeta, what'd you see in there?
I'm invisible.
She
Well,
exclaims.
who else would come screaming out of the cave like that?
I didn't say anything. But no, there's a the cave opens up to a large, almost or was civilized area. There clearly hasn't been anybody here for a long time. Um, there's a smaller cave that leads back behind the village, or the remains of the village, the ruins.
I
But I,
guess. Go on.
but I turned back to retrieve you all.
We should investigate after some rest when it's light up.
I mean, the light's not gonna help. I don't know if I have to.
No,
It
you're
was
right.
Yeah.
it was unoccupied for what I did see, but I didn't get very far in.
Do we want to
Daytime
head?
outside the cave's not daytime in the cave.
First, maybe Don can just do his detecting business. Where's the cave? Make sure there's.
It's a good idea, Aubrey. I'm gonna detect the shit out of some chaos towards that cave. Chaos?
Alright. The first 60 feet of the cave does not resonate with any chaos.
Cool. I'm gonna light me a torch and start heading in. Don's gonna indicate to everyone to follow him.
Nice. So you get about 30 feet into the cave when you notice that the walls of the cave are actually
Minotaurs.
crystalline in nature. This whole place starts to illuminate off of that one torch.
Don whistles. What do you guys make of this?
That is really cool.
That's incredible.
Hey,
Francis,
Ebony.
add more lights.
More lights, you said?
More lights.
In the crystal
Yes.
cave?
In the crystal cave.
Ooh.
I'll
Sable,
knowledge it if I can somehow.
Sure.
Sable's
Knowledge,
going to light it like a torch.
either knowledge, geography, or knowledge, nature will do.
To do dancing lights and kind of like trace them along the wall and kind of like make them trace down the wall, just like, ooh.
Perfect. Perfect. Francis, take this down. This chapter, the Wind Wizard and the Crystal Cave.
So, Aubrey, what knowledge is
Get a
that?
ring to it.
Nature.
Nature. You inspect the crystalline structure, the color of it. It's some sort of quartz. Uh, not exactly valuable, but pretty.
No.
But as more lights come in, the place illuminates a bit more. You can see a little further. As you get into the opening area, it becomes apparent to all of you that there is a lot of what used to be structures, apparently simple. You would think it was campfires that were there previously if it weren't for the fact that now that you have light and can define colors, you do see skeletal remains, typically in the would-be structures.
Humanoid?
Of a sort. There are also some bits of the ash when you kick up the deeper ends of it. It seems like it was wheat of some sort, the majority of the ash. Some sort of grass or something. But yeah, the skeletons are Minotaur.
Okay.
The skeletons are Minotaur?
Yep.
Word.
Any way to determine how they died?
It's pretty obvious how they died.
Yeah, give me a
Were
heal
they
check.
Not a healer. But are they visibly charred?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
There's a heal check.
Not so sure there was much of an infestation as much as we were told.
Well, we may not be in the right area for the infestation, but this is likely the cave where Gil found the baby.
If that's the case, then it's amazing that Tybee survived. That
He
kid's
was
a
a
miracle
child.
kid.
Maybe just overlooked.
Let's keep looking. There might be something else we're not seeing yet.
As you enter the more centralized area, once you've passed many of the structures, and it's a pretty sizable cave structure. It's about the size of the center of, like the actual center of Summers Grove. Not
Tech
the
chaos.
no chaos in the area here. But there's a stone circle in the center of it, and then that deeper cave system further in.
Wait, just remembered. Did I learn detect magic?
No.
No.
Oh. Don will turn to Zeta and Francis, Aubrey, all of you magic people. He's gonna ask, what do you guys see about detecting some magic in this area? Maybe there's something left over that might give us some clues.
Zeta's going to effortlessly detect magic.
Wow. What a dick.
just to flex on him. Look at
You know
my
what?
0-level spell.
KFC's gonna do it too. Also, just to flex on.
Wow. Getting arcanely dunked on.
I'll physically dunk on them.
Why's Don crying? Cause he got dunked on.
Get!
So, where are you? About how far away from that cave mouth are you?
We're inside the cave.
No, the inner smaller cave structure. It's deeper in.
Detect magic guys, answer the question.
Close enough to see skeletals and investigate them.
Okay. Yeah, Zeta and Francis, you'll detect a ping of magic coming from the direction of the smaller cave structure.
There.
Up, there.
Don beckons to Leland. Says, hey Leland, stay close to me. We gotta stay in front of these guys. Just in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
And Don will head out into smaller cave structure with Leland and beckon the others to follow them.
All right, do you go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
We need to detect some chaos first.
Through the chaos.
Nope, no chaos.
Alright. Lawful evil can be dealt with. Chaotic evil, that's a problem. So in we go.
All right, when you guys enter the smaller cave structure, it's like a small dwelling. There's some very old dried grass.
I'm just gonna take 20 on perception.
Turn this place inside out. There's old dried grass, which seems to be some sort of bedding, if you had to guess. There is a rather large, well, what would have been at one point a rather large table. And a fairly large basket of some sort, sort of in the center of the room. And then above that, on the back wall, is a very large axe.
Very large?
Would you say minotaur sized?
I'm sorry, where did I get cut off?
No, I was just asking. Very large, like as in Minotaur-sized axe, like Leland-sized axe?
Yeah, it's a large axe.
Don's gonna heft it off the wall.
Well,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to
where's
move this
the-
basket out of the way, because the basket's the size. I'm underplaying the size of this basket. It's like the size of a couch.
Don will investigate the basket.
Inside the basket is more of this dried grass and what seems to be some sort of cloth blanket.
Don gasps in realization.
It's a baby bed.
This must be the room where Gil found Tybee.
Oh,
It's the only place in the area that's not burned to a crisp. This axe must be his parents'.
Guess we know who that goes to. Can't be leaving that behind.
Donna gives the torch to Aubrey. Says, hold this for a moment. Leland, help me with this basket.
Guess what I'm holding it with?
A beard. Yeah, we move the basket out the way and Don reaches for the axe.
You have to kind of tiptoe to get to the axe, but it's
Should
held
I
up.
pick him up?
You can. I'm not gonna stop you, but it's held up on like a little natural stone shelf almost. It's been kind of carved out.
Once Don takes the axe, he's gonna investigate it thoroughly, see if it has any markings or words or anything on it.
The axe itself, it is a great axe. It's got some iconography on it, on the blade itself, on the two different blade heads. There's some things to note about the blade head. So you guys know when you're looking at a blade, there's like the sharp bit that's a different color.
Right.
Yeah, the sharp bit, when you're holding the axe in front of you, the top of it has the sharp bit tapers off as it goes up, so it looks like a pair of horns. And then the actual flat of the axe head is engraved with what seem to be images of Minotaur warriors overseeing like a battle.
So we need to get this to
Tybee.
yeah.
But Zeta, are you
Wonder.
still detecting magic?
Yes.
It's the axe.
Oh yes. He doesn't need it immediately. Leland, take that axe.
Should we find out what it does first?
Well,
Could be cursed. I don't want to give this to Leland or Tybee and have it be cursed.
When wielded, it sets all your loved ones ablaze.
Oh no.
You become a dragon.
Zeta, are you able to figure it out?
What kind of knowledge is
Spellcraft.
this? Spellcraft?
fine. If everybody has to do this in a pragmatic way, yes, I can decide what it does.
I got it.
You don't have
You have detect magic.
though.
No, but I have spellcraft.
Gotta have detect magic.
She said it was the axe.
It is the axe. Detect
But you
magic is
need
a part of
see
spellcrafting to
the aura
identify the object.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta see like the auras. And
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
So, Zeta, you know that on top of being a +1 large great axe, it has some sort of once-a-day ability. It radiates conjuration, and it involves making some sort of grand gesture in a direction.
Strike a pose.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. So Zeta will tell Leland in the best way that she can that the axe is magical, and to activate the magic, you simply need to make a grand gesture towards your opponent. Do I know any more than that? No.
You get the feeling that you don't want to be in the way.
That's kind of how I already felt.
Leyland, strike the wall with it.
Please don't break the axe.
Or the cave.
Should. How big is the room we're in?
Not very big.
Perhaps don't
The
strike
room you
anything,
came from
just
was big
gesture.
enough.
Perhaps we move out to the bigger room before doing this, so I don't.
Is there a deeper to the cave? Or
No.
have we found the cave wall yet?
Yeah, this is the end.
Like maybe go out to the main cavern area so we have room.
Yeah. I would hold off on it for now. We might get ambushed on the way out. You never know.
Well, we still got a minotaur infestation we could deal with.
Could.
We definitely found the cave where Gil found Tybee.
And aside from having a lot of evidence that something went and burned its way through here, we got nothing else to go on. Still, I can't say it was a wasted trip.
So you guys are heading out?
Unless
Yes.
there's more to explore in here.
We can make camp and then. Because we did go through the night.
We can make camp in the cave where it's safe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Light a fire, maybe wander around, see if there's anything in the ashes that we can sift through.
So are you guys in the main section of the cave, or are you still in that little room?
Main section, I would guess. It's bigger.
Okay.
But it's also 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that.
Yeah, if you want, you can call it here.
Yeah,
Seems
just
like a good time. While
You guys are
setting
gonna
up.
let Leland not try out this thing, though?
go ahead and throw us that level.
And yeah, let
Let us
Leland
go.
try it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try it. Just.
Leland, you'd know that just looking at the axe, that there's the one Minotaur in the iconography that seems to be striking a pretty grandiose pose.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy that pose.
He's gonna just copy the pose.
So
Yeah,
you just-
the one that's on the axe.
Which, I'm assuming you're pointing this away from everybody else?
Yes.
How will we see it, Leela?
So no one's in the
Boy's-
way of, no one's in the
boy's
direction.
simple, but he's not that simple.
Okay.
I'm sure I was scolded for that once or twice. I
No
learned
one's
my
in the
lesson.
way. Nothing happens.
So you point this thing. Everyone here's seen Jumanji, right?
Yes.
Both of them.
You guys hear that
And
drum beat,
Zathura.
and then a moment later, a couple dozen spectral minotaurs charge across in front of Leland for about 60
Wow.
feet before dissipating on the other end
For about how long?
for about 60 feet.
Wow.
That's pretty incredible.
The dust goes flying everywhere.
This will certainly help us.
Hey,
get
Tavi,
back
we
to
found an axe.
Tavi.
Also, I breathed your parents.
Oof.
Minotaur Stampede.
So here's your let me go ahead and clear that. I'll give you your stat block for it.
Oh, 48 bludgeoning damage.
15-foot wide, 60-foot long line.
That's pretty crazy. Looks like, for the time being, Leland found himself a new weapon.
I think he's actually focused entirely on swords.
Right, I have not trained with a great axe, so I would lose weapon focus, weapon specialization. Doesn't mean I can't use it, it's just not quite as good.
I think your greatsword does more damage anyway.
They
Still, you could
both
just-
do 3d6.
Oh.
Still just pull
It's
this out.
that I would get 2 more damage from the sword because of weapon focus.
So, we level 8 for finding the axe.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No.
How would we level up? We've done nothing this session but these guys.
Right?
We took them out so effortlessly, though.
You guys took one class, the Hall of Divination. You think you're getting level 8?
We traveled the world.
We're fast learners.
How much new location XP is that?
What?
Shit, he's got you there.
New location XP.
2018.
Yeah. That's
And
something.
we found a clue that there is a dragon here.
Maybe.
And need I say how many women KFC got with last session?
That has
feel
to
like
take
that's
that into
hungry.
consideration.
Some kind of XP.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill off the stream then. Goodness.